Good morning in there, out there, in there, out there. From in here, out here. Foggy morning, 60-some degrees. Vivi, say good morning. Huh? Yeah. Hot. Oh, we need our light on, don't we? Yeah, let's put our light on. There we go. Thank you, Viv. Whoa, good morning again. There's old Viv. You're so good girl. What's a good girl? Well, welcome to the Sentimentalist. And let's get it over with. Would you have loved to have been at the United Nations? Listen to Hamlet. Can you hear Julie knitting? She's so pretty, working away, making her yarn. Okay, well, there you go. Couple breaths. 61 out there, Viv. 61. Yeah, 61. We have, it's been a long time. I'll bet 5 years or more since I've seen my sister and her husband, and they rolled in last night. They were out. They sponsor a reservation in South Dakota. Yeah, they do. And the reservation invited them out. So they flew from Pittsburgh to Chicago to Denver, drove from Pittsburgh to Chicago, and then flew to Denver, and then went by car. And they made it to Yellowstone, and Mount Rushmore. You should be on Mount Rushmore, I think. I think that'd be great. You belong there. You're one of the kind ones, right? How's your eyes this morning? Good? Okay. And so they rolled in last night, and Julie made, they kept raving about them, and believe me, they were superb. Tacos and rice, everything nice. And we had them out on the porch. So this was the first time that husband John had visited, brother-in-law. Gosh, so wonderful. Imagine sponsoring that and get invited out for a powwow. That's what it was for, a powwow. So we look forward to today. They got in pretty late, and so we look forward to today seeing the trip via photos and stories. Yeah. So we live on a planet. Yeah. Vivian is the best friend. This is what I mean. See how much she likes me? Yeah. Chomp, 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 chomp. Yep. We don't know if Julie's doing better or not. Just offer that for those of you who have been interested. And she just said to me, I am better. Are you trying to keep your flowers flowering? I wanted some to keep going for my sister and husband. But a lot of them are no longer with us. It's that time of year. It's interesting, isn't it, where one beauty transforms into another one. And it's something remarkable to watch. I have a vinca garden. Do you have vinca? And if you've ever thought that wouldn't make a nice garden, well, let me tell you, try it. it holds up so well, and it's just quiet and pleasant, and yeah, just great to have around a vinca garden. Um, One of my former students named Bill T. Winkle, he was one of my very first, if not in the first. I can't quite get whether he was in the first or second class I had. He's retired now, and he came by, brought me some Woodward bourbon. What a nice gift that was. We sat out on the porch, and no reminiscing. We don't need to do that. I want to catch up. And two of his two children, his daughter is a minister, a chaplain, a hospice chaplain, and his son was a minister in the CRC and then left it over all the tension in that denomination that I still know nothing about. I came here and been here for all this time since 71, and I don't understand it at all. No. So he left the CRC over all these anti-gay and pro-gay disputes, and he has more like a UCC church now in Grand Rapids. So Bill and his wife live out in Wisconsin, just outside Milwaukee, but they also have a place here. And Bill was dynamic, big deal lawyer for a long time. And he took one theology course a semester a year after 18 years. Isn't that great? 18 years. He got his minister degree, and he took over their very own church when their pastor left. So he ended up his time the lawyer, pastor, and then just the pastor, but 18 years to get a degree. Now that's putting in time. Yeah. Would you like some more? We're going to have a nice day today, aren't we, with Betsy and John coming over? Yeah, we're going to have such a good day. Meredith is having a much better year. She knows she knows what to expect. Our daughter teaching, and she's smiling after school, and her student body has increased. She teaches, kind of keep these hidden. She teaches now this year. Last year was 674. This year she has 700 and some students. And we want to cut back on, supporting education and, teachers. Let's take your barky collar off. Huh? You don't need that on. Here it is. Can I find it? People are thrilled to see this. There it is. Huh. Oh, Viv, how'd you get it down there? There we go. There, that feels better, doesn't it? Now let out with a big bark for everybody, okay? Big bark. And by the way, this doesn't shock her or anything. It makes a little beep, but boy, she's good. And the thing that's funny is when she has it on and she comes to the door, she goes, ugh. And fortunately, my hearing's not as hard of hearing as Julie is, but it's still funny to hear. Doesn't set it off. I like that. Yeah. Jim Alice was here, of course, on Monday, and he wrote this piece about what it's like to be a prisoner. I didn't know about 2/3 of the things, and they really were heartbreaking. The one that hit really hard, of course, was one of the prisoners' mothers passed away, and they wouldn't let him out to go to the funeral. I mean, there's a difference between justice and punishment, don't you think? And these guys are being punished. He has them in class, and here, Viv, he has them in class, of course, and they don't even, he'd say, I don't know, the majority, 3/4, don't deserve to be in there anymore. We need to change it, and we won't, to sentencing that is like a maybe, 50 years or. Yeah. We I did a blurb this week for Cheryl Building, and she has written a book called Bad Neighborhood, a collection of poems. And oh man, I needed that. Oh, don't you? Vivi's nose. Oh. How's our time? 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Anyway, the book led me to think a lot about survival. And survival isn't just getting past or getting over something. And Jim Hallis and I talked about this too. Survival is a continuum. You're always after some survival, or some trauma, or perhaps what we're in the midst of now. We still survive. We have to figure out how to sort of create another little world, and there's lots of leftovers, as you probably know. And Jim lost his son as a baby, as his son was a baby. And we still talk about it a lot and are able to. So one kind of is survival. The trauma's over. You're probably going to leave now, aren't you? That was probably it. And you want to get down? That would be nice. You want to get down here? So we spent, time talking about, that's right. You're not the same person and that sort of thing. You can see that the pond is still down. We had a little bit of rain, but not enough to help it out. And I'll see you, Viv. Viv, come here, get down. Stay here. Stay with your buddy. You're my best buddy. She curled up really well with me last night. Man, she kept us warm. Yeah, but our poor cat, did I say? Molly was out all night on the porch. When she came in this morning yowling, I felt her fur was cold. Of course, she was, she got plenty to keep her going. Carrie downstairs in the lower level, she has a new floor, whole new floor. They did it in one day. We set aside 3 days. They did it in one day. So, have I given you enough irrelevant information for a day? Can't think of anything much more. Pulling those brown foliage out. Dude, Mr. Neat. I don't think I'm a gardener. No, not at all. I'm just a weeder and a planter. Well, here's a little poem for today after I take one more sip. It's called What We Do. What we do. I might sneeze. Uh-oh. Do you ever have that? Feels like it's going to sneeze? Probably right in the middle. It's okay. What we do. In the distance, the thunder softly rumbles as we trim back the basswood and honeysuckle. A few drops fall. The clouds hang within the hollow air. Hear Viv? She likes to accompany the poem. Within the hollow air, our dog, I should say, slurps her water, but our dog digs into the dirt, lies down within the still morning. We cut back the peonies, hoping the unopened buds next year will hold against this downpour. It's gotten darker. We go to the porch, sit, listen to the drops against the tree's leaves, smell the cool air coming up from the garden's roots. That's where they go, back to their roots, just like my sister and her husband visiting her old brother. Take care. Try to be cheerful, be kind to those who deserve it. Thanks for being here.